Yes, good evening everybody. I hope you are able to hear me. Pratap, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Anshul, am I audible? Please unmute yourself, Anshul, and say if you are able to hear me.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yes, Leah Varshini, I hope I am audible.
Yes.
Kavya, you are able to hear me.
Yes, sir.
Pavitra, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Pranavi, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Which school you belong to?
Available, that's true.
Velamal. Which Velamal you are? Mambakam?
No, yes, yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Kirti, I hope you are able to hear me.
Yes, sir.
Mithun, which school you belong to, man?
SRM Public School, sir.
Gudvancheri.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here those who are sitting are known to me much. You are from Tiana Vidyashram, isn't it? And you are from SRM Gudvancheri, you know? Niranjan. And you are from which? Nedugundram. Padappai Velamal you are. You are Nedugundram Velamal and she is Mahambakam Velamal. Okay. Fine. So today is the first class of 12th officially, and there is some confusion I see, where in timetable it is mentioned as math class and suddenly you are seeing me out of nowhere, and definitely I am not going to take math. Okay, Kailash, don't worry. One day if you learn physics, nothing is going to happen bad. Okay. Next thing is, why is this confusion? Because today, if you would have seen the messages properly, I mentioned also today it will be physics class in the group. I personally put, and I have told it will be orientation class today, taken by me. My name also was mentioned there. So when you are knowing that it is going to be me, then how can you think it can be math? At least the people who are knowing me already. Yes, sir. Okay. Come fast. You can go inside or you can sit there. Sit there. Okay, sir. 9 p.m. Okay, no issue, sir. Thank you. Okay, sir. Okay, yeah. Revan, sir, you be down for some time. If somebody is coming, redirect them properly to the classroom.
State's not there. I'm the only person here.
Oh, he went to?
He has class from 7 to 8:50.
Okay, fine.
So we could not.
No, you be here itself. I forgot he is not. Sorry. Yes, Deva. Who is this Deva?
Sir, Devadarshan, sir.
Devadarshan. Please on your camera. You should not be having the camera as off.
Yes, sir, sure.
Please. Is it live? It's you have to stop that live. When I say, then you go live. Okay. Yes. So as I said, we are going to talk about 12th physics. What is going to happen in your entire physics of 12th? Okay. I will give now an overall gist how the chapters are going to go, what you are going to learn in each chapter. I will give you a small gist. I will even mention which chapters are important, which chapter carries more mark, which chapter is easy to read, which chapter is difficult to read. Everything I will mention now itself. So please note it down somewhere. After I ask you to note, then that time you note. Now you listen. Understand what I am trying to say. The overall gist of the chapter. This chapter, this 12th physics, starts with the first chapter or first major heading is electrostatics. Now what you are going to learn here? You are going to learn about charges at rest. Now charges, you know about charges, comes from the atom. The atom has electrons, protons and neutrons. Neutrons are neutral, protons are positively charged, electrons are negatively charged. So what are the properties of those charges? How are the forces acting on those charges? What is electric field of that charge? What is electric potential of that charge? All these concepts you will be learning in 2 chapters as per NCERT. One chapter, chapter number 1 is electric field and charge, electric charges and field, and second chapter is electrostatic potential and capacitance. A 5-mark question will definitely come from here, and a 4-mark case study question also will come from here. This itself became 9. In board examination, 4-mark what question? Case study question. And 5-mark long answer type question will come from which topic? It will come from electrostatics itself. Electrostatic potential and capacitance is one of the biggest chapter of 12th. One of the, not the biggest, one of the second biggest chapter. Okay. So when we start learning, we will take a lot of time to finish the first 2 chapters because I am going to go slow. My teaching style is slow. Okay. Second subdivision is current electricity. Now this is something, chapter name itself is current electricity. This is something which you have studied in your 10th standard and we are going to continue from there. In 10th you studied what is Ohm's law, what is potential difference, resistor in series, resistor in parallel, R is equal to rho L by A, H is equal to I square RT. All these things are going to come once again to you in a magnified form. How much magnified? 50x magnified. Everything you will learn in detail now. In your 10th standard, you know very well, resistance is directly proportional to length. Resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. It means a longer wire will have more resistance and thicker wire will have less resistance. Why? If I ask you, you will say electrons collision only is causing resistance. In longer rod, we have more collisions, so more resistance. In broader rod, that is thicker rod, we have more space for electrons to go, so less collision, so less resistance, more resistance. Am I right? That only you will say if you know. Some of you will not know, you will not say. Those who know, this is only will be the answer. In 12th, you will study the formula of that. R is equal to ml by ne square tau A, where you will realize, oh ho, that is why resistance is equal to length. You will realize that you studied in your 10th standard, resistivity depends upon 2 things, nature of material and temperature. But how? But why? It will be clear in 12th standard. So whatever doubts you had in 10th, it will be very clear in 12th, if you listen to the class properly. That is chapter number 3, current electricity. From current electricity, I don't want to say marks, but yeah, it has some importance, some 5-6 marks of board exam questions will come from here. Third subdivision is magnetism. So first subdivision electrostatics, second subdivision electricity, current, which is also a chapter. Fourth subdivision is magnetism. Don't confuse in subdivision and chapter. I am mentioning separately because magnetism is having 2 chapters, chapter number 4 and chapter number 5. Chapter number 4 is moving charge and magnetism. Chapter name is moving charge and magnetism, whereas 5th chapter name is magnetism and matter. Magnetism and matter. Now what you are going to study about this? See, first chapter you studied, first 2 chapters you studied charges at rest. If you have a proton, if you have electron and they are at rest not moving, they produce electric field around it. The same charge started to move, it forms current. Third chapter. First 2 chapters, electrostatics, charge at rest. Third chapter, electrodynamics, charge started to move, it became current. You know very well, positive charge moves in this direction, current comes in same direction, it is called as conventional current. Negative charge moves like this, current comes in opposite direction, it is called as electronic current. Those things you studied in this. 4th and 5th chapter you will study about the effects of current. You studied in 10th standard again. 10th you had one chapter. Chapter name was magnetic effects of electric current. You remember? The same chapter continues here. In 10th you studied that if I have a straight current carrying conductor, the magnetic field around it is concentric circles. Direction of magnetic field is found by right hand thumb rule. If you hold a conductor in right hand and if thumb is pointing direction of current, then your four fingers is pointing the direction of magnetic field. Studied in which class? 10th standard. In 12th you will study how much magnetic field? Mu naught I by 4 pi r into sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2. This is the value of magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. If the point is here, point is here, point is here, how it changes you will study in 12th standard. In 10th you studied, if I have a circular current carrying conductor, then the magnetic field through it can be found out by keeping that circular current carrying conductor on a plate. Put iron filings, tap the board, you will get some circles here and straight line in the center, right? In 12th you will study how much magnetic field comes. Mu naught I a square by 2 into a square plus r square power 3 by 2. That is going to be taught in 12th standard. Understanding? In 10th you studied there is solenoid which is having very similar magnetic field as bar magnet. Yes, in 12th you will study how much magnetic field is there inside the solenoid, mu naught Ni. In 10th you know that if you have a solenoid having 100 turns on the solenoid having 200 turns, 200 turn solenoid will be having more magnetic field because magnetic field depends upon number of turns. In 12th you will study that it is possible one solenoid having 100 turns, second having 200 turns, both having same magnetic field also. How? Maintain different length. 100 turns 1 meter, 200 turns 2 meter are having same magnetic field. Because magnetic field does not depend upon number of turns, it depends upon number of turns per unit length. These things will be taught to you in which class? 12th standard. Chapter name itself is Moving Charge and Magnetism. Chapter number 5 you will study magnetism by natural magnets. You are getting magnet in the earth crust, right? What is the properties of magnetic field of them? What are the different materials? Paramagnetic, diamagnetic, ferromagnetic. You will study in detail about that in this chapter. This chapter is small, less important for the board examination, carries 3 to 4 marks weightage only. But that does not mean you have to leave it. You are targeting 100 marks. You cannot leave. But less weightage chapter. A small chapter also. I will teach in 2 days, chapter will be done. Okay. Then comes the fourth, that is bifurcation. That is, the heading is EMI and AC. And chapter name also is same. Chapter number 6 name is Electromagnetic Induction. Chapter number 7 name is Alternating Current. Now what is going to happen here? This also is studied in 10th standard, but it is omitted portion, electromagnetic induction. But something you may know, Oersted found that if you have a current carrying conductor, you have a magnetic field around it, right? Faraday thought, if current can create magnetic field, why can't magnetic field create current? You know, it was a big challenge that time. I am talking about 1700s when there was only DC, direct current. Who found it, you know? Our famous Einstein, not Einstein, Edison, sorry, Thomas Alva Edison. Edison was the one who found direct current, and people were getting current only by batteries. This person, Faraday, thought that why can't nature have that reverse way? If current is creating magnetic field, why can't magnetic field create current? Lot of research he did and finally he found that yes, changing magnetic field can produce current, and that current was called as induced current, later called as alternating current by Tesla. And then today the whole world is using only alternating current. Once upon a time when India and all has no current, that time Europe was having some current, only DC. What they will do, you know, if they want to power this area, in this area they will put a battery station. So for every small areas they had battery powerhouses, battery powerhouse. It was a mess that time, until Faraday found that we can have a current which can be transported to long distances. All these things you will study in electromagnetic induction and alternating current. This chapter has importance because 5 marks second question is going to come from alternating current only. Are you getting my point? Next comes the 5th bifurcation and 8th chapter. Its name is electromagnetic waves. Chapter name itself is electromagnetic wave. All these are volume 1. Whatever I have written till now, no, everything comes under volume 1. From here till here, whatever I have talked now is there in your volume 1 book. In 11th we learned one chapter, which chapter name is your thermal properties of matter. In thermal properties of matter, you read about black body radiation. In black body radiation, one point came when I started speaking a little bit about electromagnetic waves. From sun, the radiation is coming. That radiation is electromagnetic wave only. Electromagnetic wave needs no medium to travel. That is called as electromagnetic wave. How it is formed, what are different types of spectrum inside it, we will learn in this chapter. From this chapter, there will be a question coming for 4 mark. That is a 4 mark, this case study question. So, in the board exam paper, you will have a 2 case study question. One case study question will come from electromagnetic wave. One case study will come from electrostatics, any one chapter. There will be 3 5-mark question in board examination. In the 3 5-mark question, one will come from this electrostatics, one will come from alternating current. Imagine the importance of volume 1. Out of 3 5-mark, 2 5-mark is in volume 1 only. Out of 2 4-mark, both 4-mark is in volume 1 only. Does that mean that volume 2 is not important? It is important. The book size will be 1/3 of this book size. Have you got both the volume books in school? Go and check if you have not got. If you have got, one book is thick, one book is very thin, because it has less portion. But you know one thing, that is the portion where you can score maximum marks. Simple portions, except one chapter, ray optics. So next bifurcation is optics. So next bifurcation is optics, under which I have 2 chapters, which are chapter number 9 and chapter number 10. Chapter number 9 is ray optics and chapter 10 is wave optics. Now, ray optics is continuation of your 10th light chapter. If you like that chapter, if you know the chapter, if you are understanding the chapter well, it will be simple for you. But you will get lot of high level order thinking questions from ray optics. For 10th standard, you had only 1/V plus 1/U is equal to 1/F for mirrors. 1/V minus 1/U is equal to 1/F for lenses. M is equal to minus V/U for mirrors. M is equal to plus V/U for lenses. Power is equal to P1 plus P2. 1/F combination is equal to 1/F2. Chapter over. And ray diagrams. Object kept beyond C, image forms between F and C, real inverted diminished. Object kept at C, image forms at C, real inverted same size. Object kept between F and P, image forms inside the mirror, virtual, erect, enlarged. Like that, all the ray diagrams are studied. In 12th, the first topic itself will be why 1/U plus 1/V is equal to 1/F. Derivation will be there. And then high level thinking questions of refraction will be there. Angle of deviations will be there. Microscope and telescope will be there. And that is why ray optics will have the last 5-mark question. So, from optics, 1 5-mark question will come. 5 marks over. 1 5-mark from here, 1 5-mark from here, 1 5-mark from here. 4 mark, 1 4-mark from here, 1 4-mark from here, over. Rest whatever is there is 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark. Don't underestimate. After 70 mark, how much we have got now? 5, 10, 15 and 8, 23. Still you have 47 mark of question from these chapters only and from the remaining chapters also. Then comes next chapter, next heading, which is modern physics. Why we are calling modern physics, you know? Because today's world is studying about this only. That is the real life. Scientists are talking about this only. In that, we have 4 chapters, chapter number 11, 12, 13 and 14, namely dual nature of matter, dual nature of matter, atoms, nuclei, semiconductors. If there is no change in syllabus, then this will be the portion for you. Still, CBSE has not released the portion. They will release every year, some change they may make. But if you talk about today's portion, this year's portion, this is the whole syllabus. Is it clear? Easiest part of 12th physics will be this part only. Easiest part. And it carries marks also. If somebody is knowing these 4 chapters, 30 marks confirmed. Simple. You know how many days I will take to finish? I will tell now itself tentatively. This chapter I will take some 7 to 8 class. This chapter some 10 class. This chapter some 6, 7 class. This chapter 10 class. This chapter 4 class. 3 class. 4 class. 12 class. 7 class. 2, 1, 2, 1. That much is only there. Whatever time I am going to spend, I am going to spend only in volume 1 and optics, ray optics. So suddenly you will see we finished half syllabus. Within 1 month, full syllabus finished. I will not rush up. My teaching style is slow. I will go slow only. But that is a syllabus. Okay? That is a journey to 12th syllabus. I hope you are clear in that. I just mentioned what is important chapters because 5 mark and 4 mark from where it is coming. Rest all chapters will have 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, 4, is 1 mark, 2 mark and 3 mark. Is it clear? This is clear to you? You don't have to write anything from here. If you are not written, no problem. It is not something very big. Just chapter names I have written here. Now with this basics, let us start talking about the first chapter in your 12th syllabus, which is electrostatics, and in that I am going to talk about the first chapter. Put the heading as electric charges and field. Let us go into the chapter now. Electric charges and fields. We are going to start talking about electric charges and fields. All of you please put the heading, then we will start talking about this chapter. So, now I hope all of you have put the heading. Drop your pens, listen to me, I will give time for writing once again. Electric charges. From where it comes? Before some time I told you. Charge comes from atom. Right? Atom has majorly 3 subatomic particles. Now we have even knowing more than that. But majorly it has 3 subatomic particles, namely protons lying inside the nucleus, neutrons lying inside the nucleus, electron revolving around the nucleus in orbits. Am I right? In an atom we have central part called as nucleus. Inside nucleus we have protons and neutrons. Outside we have electrons revolving around the nucleus. Do you agree with me? Electrons carry negative charge, protons carry positive charge. Now, they give rise to these electrical charges. Who gives rise? A negatively charged particle or a positively charged particle. So, a charged particle, whether it is negatively charged or positively charged, creates electric field around it. It creates what? Electric field around it. You know what is the meaning of electric field? In simple word, I will say you. Electric field is representing the direction in which other positive charge will move if it is kept near it. Imagine you have a positive charge and you bring another positive charge. What will happen? It will repel it, it will go away from it, isn't it? So, these lines are representing the motion of another positive charge if it is kept nearby it. Positive charge is taken as a test charge. So, that is why we have drawn the electric field like this. It is in outward direction. So, it is called as radially outward electric field. Same way, if you have a negative charge, then the electric field will be towards it. Once again, why? Try to give a positive charge. See, always for testing we will take positive charge only by convention. So, if you take a positive charge here, what will happen? It will attract towards it. So, this electric field represents the direction in which a positive charge moves if you keep it near the existing charge. Clear? So, this is the electric field by a positive charge and a negative charge, not ending here. In this whole chapter, we are going to talk about various electric fields. Just for introduction, I told you. So, in this chapter, what we are going to learn? I will tell you, our aim will be only one. Aim will be to find the electric field. We will be keep on finding this only. Electric field due to a point charge. Electric field due to electric dipole at axial point. Electric field due to electrical dipole at equatorial point. Electric field due to linear charge distribution. Electric field due to surface charge distribution. Electric field due to a spherical charged shell. This whole chapter will go around only one word: electric field, electric field, electric field. From starting till the end, this only will happen. Getting an idea? But before we start going in, today we will not talk about electric field itself as a topic. Today we will start talking about the basic properties of charges. So, give the heading. Now, let us give the next heading as basic properties of charges. Today's first heading is basic properties of charges. Basic properties of charges. And then there are three basic properties of charges. Now, stop writing, I will give time for writing. I will talk one by one about each property. Okay? Now, from here, expect a question to come in 1 mark category, expect a question to come in 2 mark category, expect a question to may come in 4 mark category also. 4 mark case study type question comes from here. Not always, sometimes. So, be clear in this concept. So, the first property of charge is called as additive nature of charge. Additive nature of charge. Now, what is the meaning of additive nature? I will talk about it. Second property is called as conservation of charge. And third property is called as quantization of charge. Okay? There are three basic properties. First is additive nature, second is conservation, third is quantization. Let us learn one by one about each. Okay? So, first we will learn about additive nature. Before I start writing, you write this, copy it fast, write the basic properties of charge, write all the three properties: additive nature, conservation, and quantization. Additive nature, conservation and quantization. I hope you have copied. Can I proceed further? Yes, thank you. So next and the first topic of this properties is, as I said to you, additive nature. Now see, generally we represent the charge by the letter small q. In 10th itself you studied about it. I is equal to q by t. You remember? Q is charge, t is time. Charge per unit time is called as current. So generally we represent the charge by letter small q. Now imagine we have 2q charge. Okay? We have 4q charge. We have minus 5q charge. We have 8q charge. And we have minus 2q charge. How many charges we have? 5 kinds of charges we have. Which 5 kinds? 2q, minus 2q, 4q, 8q and minus 5q. We have positive charges, we also have negative charges. As per the additive nature of charge, we can say that the net charge on the surface by all these charges will be the algebraic additions of these charges, that is minus 2q plus 2q plus 8q minus 5q plus 4q will give you net charge. As simple as it is. I hope you are getting my point. Additive nature says that, write the definition. Additive nature, all of you please write a definition. Additive nature, write a definition. Right? The total charge on any object, total charge on any object is the algebraic addition, of the individual charges. Example, you can write this diagram that I have drawn on the board. Example, you can write this and you can write q net is equal to minus 2q plus 2q plus 8q minus 5q plus 4q. How much it is going to give you? 7q.
7Q, sir.
Obviously 7q. Yes. So net charge on the body is 7q. Now why it was important to tell you? I'll tell you why. Because in physics, you don't only have algebraic addition, we also have vector addition, right? If you have the same, suppose I have 4 and 2. If I have 4 and 2 forces, 4 Newton and 2 Newton, 4 acting here and 2 acting here, having an angle of 60 degree between them. If I ask you whether the sum of force is how much, you will say 6 Newton. No. Root over 2 square plus 4 square plus 2 into 4 into cos 60. Right? What is that called as? Vector addition. So in physics, vector addition is different from algebraic addition. So it was needed to tell you that charges are not vector quantities, they are scalar quantities. That's why they are added by algebraic addition and not by vector addition. Clear? Simple. Right. This was about additive nature. Next, you give the heading as conservation of charge. Again, a simple thing. Conservation of charge. First write definition, then I'll explain you. First you write the definition. All of you please take the notebook and write. Charges cannot be created. Charges cannot be created. Charges cannot be created. Neither can they be destroyed. Neither can they be destroyed. They can only be transferred from one body to another. They can only be transferred from one body to another. They can only be transferred from one body to another. And then you give one statement, charges are always conserved. Double quotation, charges are always conserved. Very similar to energy conservation or mass conservation, okay? I hope you are getting this point. Charges are always conserved. I will explain this to you now. Please pay attention. Right. So, it says that this whole universe is having a fixed amount of energy, you know this? This whole universe is having a fixed amount of mass, you know this? You may say, sir, every day people are dying, every day people are taking birth, building is being made, buildings are being destroyed, trees are becoming big, trees are getting cut. Then how are you saying that mass is constant? Mass is always a constant. Energy also is always a constant. You can make the water to go in the top of the mountain and become potential energy. The same water comes down and becomes the kinetic energy. Same water can rotate the turbine and become mechanical energy. It can produce electrical energy. It can come to your home and become light energy, or it can come to the fan and once again become wind energy or mechanical energy or whatever energy. Energy is just getting transformed from one form to another. Can you say that by putting this light on I created the light energy? No. You just converted electrical energy to light energy, and go and touch there, it will be hot. Light energy is becoming heat energy, isn't it? So, we are just conserving everything. Same way, even charges are conserved. I talked about one thing here, transfer of charges, that is allowed. And the charges can be transferred by three methods, namely, the most basic method is by conduction, induction, and friction or rubbing, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I will explain one by one. I will give time for writing. Please pay attention. Conduction is the most simple thing. You have an uncharged body. You bring a charged body. And touch it. What will happen? Transfer of charge will take place from a charged body to a uncharged body. Now you may ask me, sir, how much charge will go? Whether all of them will go, half of them will go, or is there any formula for finding that? Formula, logic is there. Question comes in board exam also. How it comes, you know? Radius r, charge 100 q, uncharged body, let me make it a little complicated, uncharged body, radius 2r. They brought in contact. They are brought in contact. They will touch each other. Once again they are separated. First they are brought in contact and once again they are separated. What are the charges on both? Whether it is 100q and 0, whether it is 50q and 50q, or whether it is something else. Something else, then how much? Any idea? Any guesses how to find this? Guesses? Yes. Something else, how much? What is value?
Sir, can it be related to something equilibrium?
And tell me the answer. Pratap, give a try.
Sir,
Hmm.
it might be 25Q.
25q and 75q.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else? Any other try?
Sir, may I, sir?
Yeah, please, please, please. Ketan, try.
Sir, for radius R, we consider as 100Q, sir. For 2R, we can consider as 200, sir.
Oh, 100q and 200q. Okay. Yes, Niranjan? 20q and 80q. Okay. I have got three different answers. 20q and 80q, 100q and 200q, 25q and 75q. Anybody else wants to try their luck? Please. That is the answer you are asking from me. You should tell me the answer. I will tell the answer at the last. Yes, please. If you want to try, you can try. No negative marks now.
Sir, maybe the distance of separation consumes some charge.
Don't overthink. 36 and 54. 36 and 64. Okay. What basis? Just. Okay, okay, okay. Whatever. Anything else you want to try? Or can I say the answer? I am not pointing anybody. Random question to all, open to all. Shall I say the answer or you want to think furthermore? Deva Darshan. Any answer? Any idea?
Sir, 100Q and 0.
Oh, remains same, 100 and 0. Is it like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any answer?
Sir, can both have 50Q and 50Q?
Okay.
Sir, you never mentioned the material of them.
Same material. Now. Okay, let me explain to you. What happens? The size is double of this size. Are you getting? The size of this particular conductor is double of the first one. When they divide the charge, they will divide in the same ratio. Size is what? 1:2, right? So what will be the charge division? 1:2 means 1/3 into 100, and one will get 2/3 into 100. I hope you remember 7th standard ratio proportion. Remember this? Same logic. This will become 33.33 and this will become 66.67 Q. Are you getting what I did? Simple logic. First of all, Mithun, charges will never be increased, it is conserved. 100 cannot become 300. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Pratap, when you are dividing the charges, you must divide in the ratio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So 1:3, if I would have told R and 3R, what you said was right.
Yes, sir.
If it is R and 3R, then 1/4 of 100, 25. 3/4 of 100, like that you will say 75. Are you getting my point? These questions can come in the examination also. Simple question. Clear to you? This is called as charging by conduction. Bringing uncharged body near charged body will transfer some charge from charged body to uncharged body. Clear to you? Simple thing. Second is principle of induction. Induction is what? Suppose I am having a charged body. In this case, I touched it, isn't it? In second case, I will not touch. I will bring it near. If I bring it near, what will happen, tell me? A positively charged rod will attract all the negative charge towards it. Do you agree? Don't say positive will move away. Positive is in the nucleus. But negative will come towards it. Do you agree? And now, if suppose I remove this negative charge by using some earthen, all negative came one side. I use some earthen. Earthen means like conductor, and it will come down. All negative will come out. Now a body is losing electron. What it will become? Positively charged, isn't it? So I made the body positively charged just by bringing a charged body near an uncharged body, not touching, near. This method is called as induction. Is it clear? In induction, we don't touch two bodies. We bring a charged body near uncharged body. The charged body starts to attract or repel a particular charge. If we take out that charge by using the method of earthen, then the body becomes either positively charged or negatively charged. Is it clear to you? This method is called as induction, where no physical contact but charges can be created. Not created, can be transferred somehow. Third is called as charging by friction. Friction is rubbing two bodies. I remember a time when I was in Jammu Kashmir. For some 2 years I was there. Cold climate, it used to be very cold. Almost I have seen 1 degree, 0 degree also we were there. So I remember we used to have lot of woolen clothes and woolen blankets. A very thick woolen blanket was there. I remember this incident when I was in 3rd standard or 4th standard. I remember because it happened like that, I remember still. At night, complete dark, okay. Some people will sleep with night bulb and all these things, but we were sleeping with complete darkness. At night, I woke up, I saw some sparks in the home. I made my mother to wake up. What is happening? Then she asked what happened. She on the light, nothing was visible. Once again she off the light, everybody slept. Some other day, not the same day, some other day, once again I saw that spark. I got a thinking like I am seeing something wrongly, it's not there. But later I realized that it was really spark only. Spark created because of charges. When two bodies are rubbed, one body gets negatively charged, another body gets positively charged. If you ask me what is the reason for that, there is something called as triboelectric series. Today you go and browse about it. Triboelectric series. That gives an order if two objects are rubbed, which will become positive, which will become, it is not in syllabus, but just for your information I am telling you. It is not in syllabus that ebonite will become this or plastic will become this. But when two suitable bodies are being rubbed, one acquires negative, one acquires positive. I will say you one very basic example, real life example. You would have done this also. Scale, rubbing in your hair, trying to catch paper by that. Tried? What was that? Same thing that I am talking now. When you rubbed the scale on your, scale is a plastic material. Here, when it rubs with this, some charge transfer takes place. Your hair also becomes charged. This also becomes charged. If you bring it near a neutral body, if it becomes negatively charged, it attracts the positive towards it and the body starts to rise above. Are you getting my point? Another thing you would have seen, when I am rubbing a balloon in my hair, I can stick in the wall. Balloon is there, rub in your hair. Try to stick on the wall, it will stick on the wall sometimes if you are not having too much of oil in the hair because of triboelectric series charges. Are you getting my point? So when two suitable bodies are rubbed, one body acquires positive charge, one body acquires negative because some charges get transferred. If one body is losing, one body is gaining, the body which is losing becoming positively charged, the body that is gaining the electrons will become negatively charged. That is called as charging by friction. Is it clear? Rubbing of two bodies, and for that I recommend you to just go and browse today about triboelectric series to get a complete idea about which bodies should be rubbed to become negative and positive. Like if they will not ask you, but for your knowledge, when a plastic rod is rubbed with woolen cloth, what will happen? When ebonite rod is rubbed with silk cloth, what happens? Like that, if you want to know, this is the thing you should go. Not there in syllabus, but it is for your knowledge. Okay? That is the meaning of conservation of charge. Next, come to third point, third property. Third property is called as quantization of charge. Quantization of charge. Now, quantization is something which you already studied in your 10th standard. What is that? I will give definition to you. You want to write something from here? Do you want to write something from this part in the notebook? Whether you wrote this conduction, induction, infraction at least? If not, you just write. These are the methods of charge transfer. This is the methods of charging a body, or I should write charge transfer. Methods of charge transfer. Conduction, induction, friction. Shall I go to the next page? Can I? Leah Varshini, can I go to the next page?
1 minute, sir.
Yeah, I'll wait, I'll wait.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay. Now, next is quantization of charge. If on a body there are 20 protons, on another body there are 50 protons, do you think they will have same charge? No? Or yes? A body has 50 protons on it or electrons on it. Second body has 100 electrons on it. Whether the both bodies have same charge or different charge? 50 electrons body, 100 electrons body have different charge. Come, tell me.
Sir, it is relative to each other.
Relative means?
Like, from the body of 100 protons, it is more negative, like
Lighter.
no, sir.
Hmm.
From the aspect of the body with 100 protons, the body with 50 protons is less positive and more negative.
Less charged, you can say. Yeah, that's what my question also is. So they are having different charges, right? That is what is quantization. Write a definition first. Write that. Net charge on a body, net charge on a body, net charge on a body is integral multiple of, net charge on a body is integral multiple of basic elementary charge. Net charge on a body is integral multiple of basic elementary charge. Okay. Now, what does it mean? Mathematically, it is written as Q is equal to NE. Remember this from 10th standard? In 10th you studied this, do you remember? Q is equal to NE. This is only called as quantization, where Q is the net charge, N is the integer, and E is called as basic elementary charge. Okay, its value is there. How much? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Am I right? Am I right? It says that if you have one electron, it carries a charge of 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. If you will have two electrons, it will carry 2 times of this. If you have 2000 electrons, 2000 into this, isn't it? So, how much charge is there on a body is just found by multiplying the number of charged particles with basic elementary charge. Very simple. In 10th, you would have studied a plus minus in front of it. That denotes whether it is a charge by proton or charge by electron. That is the meaning. But the magnitude remains the same. Whether it is proton or whether it is electron, it can carry a charge of only 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Okay. I hope it is clear. Copy it fast if you are writing something. Please note it down fast. Q is equal to NE. N is integer and E is basic elementary charge. Its value is 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Right. Multiple questions can be made from this topic. Multiple questions. Very simple to very complicated questions can be made. I will give some idea to you. Very basic question. If I ask you, is a charge of 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 21 coulomb possible? First.
Sir, no.
No. Why?
Because the minimum charge has to be plus minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 9.
Okay, so if something goes below this, it's not possible, you are saying. Okay, yeah.
Sir, it's not in the integral value is not, sir. Only visible value is charge.
So it will not possible. Okay, so if I make this same thing as Niranjan, now the thing is, now tell me, possible?
Sir, it's possible.
But it is still bigger than that value, no?
Yes, sir, but it's a multiple of that. So this would be 2 elementary charges.
Okay, now if I ask you this, Niranjan, now? Why?
Sir, because it would have to be 1/5 of the basic elementary charge, and you cannot have 1/5 of a particle.
Very good, that's the answer. Simple way, what you told is also correct, Sharan Ram, that n must be an integer I have written here, right? So when I do Q by E, I need to check whether it is integer or not. Q is how much? 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 20 in this case, divided by 1.6 10 to the power minus 19. This 2 gets cancelled by 2. This will get cancelled by 10 to the power minus 1. 2 into 10 to the power minus 1 is 0.2, isn't it? Can I have 0.2 protons? Can I have 0.2 protons? How, man? Impossible. So this is not possible. Very basic question came. Second kind of question, I will not even write on the board. They may ask you, from a body 200 electrons are removed. What is the net charge on the body now? 200 electrons removed, it will become positively charged. And how much charge will be there? Q is equal to NE. 200 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, which will give you 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 17 coulomb. Over. Very easy question. Last question of the day. If you answer, we can wind off the class itself. Interesting question. Question is, all of you can take this question, try this question. Question is, how much positive charge is there in 1 cup of water. Solve this. Last question, it has come in the board examination also. This question has come in the board examination also, 12th board examination. Okay, give a try. Huh. In NCRT, that question only. Don't see the book now.
No, I didn't see it. I remember the question. I actually saw it.
Then tell the answer now.
Sir,
Huh.
sir, does the water have any ions or is it the distilled water?
Is it distilled water or mineral water or sparkling water or soda water? You are asking like that. Okay. It is a normal pure water, no ionic water.
Zero then?
Positive charge is 0. So it is negative in nature.
No, sir, it's
Then it should have equal amount of positive and negative, right?
okay.
Yeah, so it need not to be 0. Are you getting my point, Ranjan? Yes, I want only the positive charge now. I know it is neutral, you are correct. But answer is not 0. Kailash, give a try, man. Simple question. Huh? No idea. You don't want to get an idea. Try. Give a try. If you are not able to solve, no issues, but give a try. First, you should think about how will I see. Answer is Q is equal to NE, isn't it? Just because I taught you now quantization, definitely this question from quantization, I am going to finally use Q is equal to NE. Only worry here is what is the number of positive charge in 1 cup of water. How do you find that? You may say, sir, 1 cup of water in my home, I have a bigger cup. I can hold 200 gram of water. Somebody will say, in my home, I have a smaller cup. I will hold only 100 gram of water. Third person will say, in my home, very small cup. 50 gram only it is there. So will I have the same answer? No, you will have different answer. Yes, Kailash. 16 10 minus 19. It is not correct, sorry. You multiply with 10, but that is not the way. Think little more. So you think that only 10 protons are there in 1 cup of water. You think like that only, no? How? There must only 10 protons, 1 cup of water. Think.
Sir, then we have to find the number of molecules.
Very good. Going in right direction. Going in right direction. It's a question where you will combine chemistry with physics, really. We will talk about Avogadro number. We will talk about mole concept. No idea? True that everybody may get different answer based upon their assumption of the size of cup in their place. I am assuming 1 cup of water is 100 gram of water. I can even assume 200 and solve. I can even assume I am having mug in my home, 1000 ml, 1000 gram. I can solve. Your wish. But now I am assuming cup to have 100 gram of water. Tell me.
So I got 1.92 into 10 to the power 5.
1.92.
Into 10 to the power 5.
Let us check. Too much charge. Oh my God. Highly positive charge. Okay. That was coulombs, right?
Yes, sir.
You don't know the value of 1 coulomb. I'll come to you. Let us check. It may be right also. Let me check. It cannot be actually. We'll check. So first I need to identify 1 cup of water, which is 100 gram of water, is having how many positive charge. Okay. For that, I hope you know the mole concept. I will try to find 100 gram of water has how many molecules of water, isn't it? Mole concept. What is the molecular mass of water? 18 gram. H2, oxygen 16, 18. So can I write 18 gram of water has Avogadro number of molecules of water? In 9th also studied about this basic mole concept. In 11th in detail you studied. In chemistry one chapter is there mole concept, right? Don't say we don't have this. You studied this basics. 18 gram of water is having how much molecules? Avogadro number of molecules. Yes.
That's 1 mole of water.
That is?
For 1 mole of water, we have Avogadro number of.
You don't know that molecular mass of water is also Avogadro number of molecules. That's all I am going to use now, because now I will write 1 gram of water having how much molecules? Avogadro number by 18. And 100 gram of water, how much molecules? Avogadro number by 18 into 100. So I got this much molecule of water is there, isn't it? I got the number of molecules of water. I hope you are understanding. But I still not got the number of protons, because this much particles, that does not mean this much protons. One molecule of water has only 1 proton? No. How much proton it has? Kailash? 10. Good. Because water H2O. H2O means 2 protons here, 8 protons here, 10 protons, isn't it? So I have to multiply to find the value of N, how much ever I got now, Na by 18 into 100, I have to multiply by 10. Are you getting why? Because each molecule of water is having 10 positive charge. If I am having this much molecules of water, it will have this much into 10 positive charge. Is it clear? Is it clear? Now if you get this value, you want to find Q, multiply. What is the meaning of, what is the number of Avogadro number? Value? 6.0, I will write 6 into 10 to the power 23 into 100 into 10 into 1.6, 10 to the power minus 19 divided by 18. 6 3s are 18. I am writing just approximately 0.5 times. I know it is not 0.5, it is more than that, because 3 5s are 15, it is 16 actually. So 0. Approximately I am writing. Now see how much you are getting. 23 plus 2, 25, actually you are getting positive value only here. 23 plus 3, 26, 26 and 19 is 7. And here,
Somewhere around 1.33 into 10 power 7.
1.3 how it will come here? 0.5 I am getting, 0.5 something will, 59 will come. It will not be 1 point something. Okay? Whatever, when you solve this much coulomb of charge, you get as the positive charge. But then negative charge will be also same, because I have same 10 electrons also, and they will cancel each other, and net charge becomes 0 of 100 gram of water. Is it clear to you? So if I ask you what is the total charge, the answer is 0. For what? For total charge. But if I ask you what is the positive charge, then this is the way of solving. If I ask you what is the total negative charge, same way I will take negative sign in front of it. If I ask you what is the total positive charge in 1 gallon of HCl, hydrochloric acid, you can find, I think, now you find. You can assume 1 gallon to have so much liters of, or so much grams of HCl, and then use same mole concept. This much gram of HCl has Avogadro number of molecules. 1 gram will have Avogadro number by your molecular mass. Then how much ever you assume, that much gram will have into that much. And then each molecule of hydrochloric acid is having how much protons. Multiply with basic elementary charge, get the answer. Are you getting? So I not only taught you the basic properties of charge today, I also taught you how are the questions being asked from basic properties of charge. And mind me, whatever questions I have taken today, whatever, all of them are board questions only. That is how the question is going to come after 1 year when you write board examination. Okay? So one more thing before I close today, NCERT is your savior in 12th standard. 11th, even if you have not turned a single page of 11th NCERT book, no problem. 12th, each and every line of NCERT is important, make a habit like 10th standard reading NCERT book. Please start reading it, because that is more than sufficient for getting 100 marks in the board examination also. So don't miss a single example, single exercise question. Everything you solve, we will make it to happen here. Okay. So fine, I hope everything what I taught is clear to you. If you have any doubt also, you can ask me. Please tell me.
Sir, will we have a lot of derivations like 11th and 12th standard also?
You will definitely have. Total derivations will be 30, 32, 33 in the whole physics.
Okay, sir.
But simpler it will be.
Uh,
Much simpler compared to 11th standard.
Sir, for this 1 cup of water, they'll give the value.
If they don't give you, assume and solve. They'll give marks for that. It's not like answer key is there. They will write in the answer key as per the student's choice of number of grams.
So no matter if I use 50, 200.
You will get different answer, but they will give marks for each correct answer. Somebody takes, I want to take 76.5 gram, take and solve. They won't mind, but process, every step should be correct. They will give marks, full marks they will give, okay? But mention there, 1 cup of water is having 29.3625 gram of water, and solve it, no problem. Are you getting my point? Mention there, I have taken 100 gram, you can take any gram what you want, right? If it is clear, you can drop off. We will meet once again for the class on next Monday and next practice on next Tuesday. Okay? Till then, bye-bye, take care. You will have next class on Wednesday for math. Don't confuse yourself. Wednesday class will be in the same way, in the same place, in the same time. And it will be Satish sir coming for math class. Okay? Till then, take care. Bye-bye, good night. You can